Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eurymachus, and today I got a little special video for you guys. I'm using snipers only in this, and first of all, I want to say first is that sniping is not the easiest thing in the world to do. All right, with that said, there are a couple of very important things that you guys need to know about. All right, so first off, the reason why there's a couple parts in this that are like 4 times fast forwarded is because this game was like 20 minutes long and I wanted to cut it down because I honestly don't want to have to talk for that long. Now, when you are sniping, you need to be sure to pick your shots. Now, what I mean by that is when you first start off sniping, it's kind of like habit to I don't know how to say this, kind of like camp behind a truck, camp in a crevice, camp behind some boxes. It's very um very prominent to do that. Now the kind of sniping I do, I oftentimes I don't camp in my base like a lot of snipers do. What I do is I camp in the as close to the enemy base as I can without being in their range where they can still have their spawn shield on. Now, what I mean by that is, in Combat Arms, this is not in COD, but in Combat Arms, you have a 3-second spawn shield, and for those 3 seconds, you are invulnerable. You cannot be killed. You can't take any damage during that time. So, I know a couple spots in each map where it's about 3 seconds away from the enemy's base, so I know that if I shoot them, I will generally get a kill. And secondly, you have to also make sure that you're behind some cover, because the sniper rifle it has a really low fire rate. So what you have, as I said earlier, you got to really pick your shots. So if you're flinching from getting shot by the enemy's bullet, you're going to be so screwed unless you quick scope. Now, if you guys don't know what quick scoping is, it's basically when you scope in really quickly and shoot. Basically, that's pretty much it. Alright, so another very important thing that I want you guys to know about is that while you're sniping, you have to pretend like you have 1 HP. If you get shot one time, you're screwed, because that's generally what happens in Combat Arms, except for the more experienced quick scopers. But what I'm trying to teach you guys to do is kind of hard scope aggressively, like a lot of people do in the Black Ops gameplays. So your first scope in is usually not going to, it's not going to be on target. For me, I've been sniping for like, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years in Combat Arms and COD and whatnot, stuff like that. And I have to tell you, it may seem like just the center of your screen. Even if you put a tape on it, it's really hard to get them in the center of your screen without having to do any adjustments whatsoever. And so don't just like scope and shoot. Scope and shoot. You're going to miss so many times. What you want to do is scope in. As soon as you see the crosshair, you know where it is. You're going to have to practice this for a really long time. And just now that guy tanked me. You're going to have to practice this for a really long time. You're going to have to scope in and be really careful with what you do. Like what I mean by that is you need to scope in, and then after you're scoped in, like, you can be as quick as you can, but wait until you see your crosshairs. I can't, like, just now, that was pretty much a quick scope, but that, like, even I have like reactions. You wanna do that, but if they're like medium range, don't quick scope at all. You're gonna get humiliated. And pistols are fine, even if you want to go sniper only. There's like a ton of people that go sniper only, and they use their pistols in close quarters, because otherwise you're just a freaking noob if you're trying to quick scope all the time. But I don't know. Now there is another type of sniping that a lot of people like to use, and that's Combat Arms has this arm setting so that you can make it to sniper only. Now I rarely ever play that, because I usually get like freaking amazing scores in sniper only, just because I wait my shot a little bit. But I find that to be a little bit a little bit kind of cheap. Like when someone sees sniper only on YouTube, like they're kind of expecting like this guy's trying his face off, and I mean his face off, and I really feel like true sniper only, like with a lot of skill and stuff. I usually like to do that when it's all permitted, so I can really test my skills. All right, so let's get to the pros and cons. So the pros of sniping is that it's one shot to kill generally with these bolt action sniper rifles. So what you're gonna want to do is, like I said, you got to time your shot like crap. But one good thing about being a one shot is that in combat arms it has fairly a good amount of recoil, like at least 5 times the amount for any COD game. Any of the COD 4, COD 5, COD 6, COD 7, COD 8, most likely MW3. And I just find it to be really a really good plus in combat arms. All right, so and another really good plus is in medium ranges to long ranges, the snipers kill the fastest. And it's like one shot, then they're dead. Those are pretty much the only cons. All right, so I mean the pros, my bad. Now the cons are the low portability, which in combat arms it's sometimes faster than the machine guns, but it's usually about the same as machine guns. So portability is a really big issue, so you're going to want to switch to a knife or a pistol. And then another con would probably be the slow fire rate. You got to make your shots count. And I have to say that the last con would probably be tanking, because sometimes, like, it rarely ever tanks in combat arms, like maybe, I don't know, 20% of the time, and pretty much 80% of the time it'll tank if you hit the foot or the arm. I'm just guessing, but that's pretty much about it. And distance also matters. The damage drop off on the sniper. Oh, right there, I saw him. And the reason why I didn't take the shot just now is because if I took the shot right there and I missed, then I would be totally screwed, because I would have stayed in there for too long, and someone probably would have gotten me already. All right, so the another con is the accuracy. Like right here, I'm pretty sure I was freaking on him with this M107. So this M107 is a fairly old gun in combat arms, so it doesn't have as great of an accuracy as the TPG one or say the DSR, and you're just gonna be really frustrated with stuff like that. And right here, I'm using this tank to my advantage, and you're gonna want to try to use the terrain as much as you can, because most of the times my playstyle in combat arms is super aggressive. I hate camping like a lot, so instead of using the terrain to my advantage, sometimes, unless I'm like playing a clan war or I'm trying to get some good gameplay, usually when I go for clips, the way that I give myself cover is I bunny hop. That's basically spamming the spacebar button, and you make your own cover by making it so that your opponent is aiming at one spot when you're actually at another spot. So you probably seen this happen to you. All the good players do this, but there's only one problem. When you jump, your spread gets super huge, so you have to aim for the head. Alright, so enough about that. The sniper rifle is it's somewhat really tricky to use, but when you get that kill, it's really satisfying, or at least it is for me. And I hope you enjoyed. And I guess my final words for the pretty much sniping in general, is that if you want to be a sniper, you need a lot of dedication. You need to spend quite a bit of time in order to get decent at sniping. Like maybe if you're dedicated, you can get to my level of sniping maybe in like a week, maybe 2 weeks. I'm actually not that great, but I use the terrain very well. I guess that's because I play too many video games, but that's another topic for another day. Alright guys, I want to thank you guys for watching my pretty much my sniping kind of tips and tricks thing. Oh, and one more thing that I wanted to say was that the sniper rifles, a lot of people quick switch. A lot of the pros quick switch, and that's basically when you press Q and Q. That basically switches to your previous weapon, and thereby canceling the bolt action of the bolt action sniper rifles, and it scopes out quicker, allowing you to move faster, because when you're in scope, you can't move as fast, and it also resets your spread. And you can't see it, but Comet Arms has spread regardless of if you're scoped in or not. Very, very different to Call of Duty. So quick switching is now banned, so I recommend that you take off the Q part of it and just like take off like the hotkey for Q and Q so that you're not used to doing it anymore. And I just want to really thank you guys for watching this, and I hope you guys have a really nice day. And final score is 52-13. No kill streaks at all. And I was actually carrying my team. I had the best score. And I just want to give a shout out to Deckhound. His YouTube channel will be in the description below. He's also a Comet Arms commentator, and he's had his fair share of troubles. I just want you guys to go check him out. He's a really nice guy, and I hope you guys enjoyed.